Hey there! Today, we're breaking down 11 habits that quietly fix your life. So let's dive in. Number 1, win the morning. Your morning is the first battle of the day, and most people lose it before they even get out of bed. Think about it. The moment your eyes open, your brain is soft, calm, and flexible. It's like wet cement. Whatever hits it first shapes the rest of your day. If your first action is grabbing your phone, you've already handed control to the world. Notifications pull you in, messages demand attention, and suddenly you're reacting instead of leading. Your brain switches from calm to chaos in seconds. That single habit can ruin your focus, your mood, and even your discipline for the next 12 hours. But when you start your morning with intention, even something simple, everything changes. Make your bed, drink water, stretch, step outside for sunlight. These small actions send a powerful message to your brain. I'm in control today. Momentum builds fast. One good action leads to another. You feel clearer and more stable. And instead of being pulled through the day, you start pushing through it with purpose. Win the morning, and the rest of the day will follow. Number 2, move like your ancestors. Walking is one of the simplest habits on earth, and one of the most life-changing. Humans are literally built for movement, but modern life traps us in chairs, cars, and beds for most of the day. Compare that to your ancestors. Prehistoric humans walked 10 to 20 kilometers daily just to survive. Hunting, gathering, searching for water, movement was constant. Their bodies stayed lean, strong, and mentally sharp because staying still meant danger. Even during the industrial era, people stood for long hours and walked long distances to work. But today, the average modern person sits 8 to 12 hours a day and barely reaches 3,000 steps. We move less than any humans in history, even less than medieval royalty who were considered inactive. Your body wasn't designed for this. Walking resets your entire system. Even your back and joints feel better because you're moving the way your body evolved to move. 5,000 to 10,000 steps isn't a rule. It's a return to your biological design. Walking is easy, accessible, and one of the simplest ways to feel alive again. Number 3, hydrate before you stimulate. Your body loses water through breathing and sweating during sleep, even if you don't feel thirsty. When you wake up, your blood is thicker, your brain is drier, and your organs are slower. Jumping straight to caffeine shocks the system before it has a chance to reset. Water is the first thing your body needs. It kickstarts your metabolism and wakes up your digestive system. Many people think they're not morning people, but in reality, they're just dehydrated. After drinking water, your first cup of caffeine becomes more effective and less likely to trigger anxiety or stress. Your energy becomes smoother throughout the day, and you avoid the early crash that comes from taking caffeine on an empty, dehydrated system. This habit takes less than a minute, but the difference in mental clarity is noticeable within days. Number 4, kill multitasking. Imagine you're trying to study, but at the same time, you're chatting with a friend, checking notifications, and watching a video in the background. You feel busy, but your brain is actually restarting over and over again. Each time you switch, your mind has to remember where it left off, rebuild focus, and then try to continue. That's why a simple 20-minute task suddenly takes an hour. Now compare that to a moment when you put your phone away, silence everything, and give one task your full attention. Suddenly, the work feels easier, your thoughts flow, you're calmer, faster, and more accurate. You finish the same task in half the time, and with half the stress, simply because your brain isn't jumping between worlds. When you concentrate on one task at a time, your brain enters a clearer, calmer state. You make fewer mistakes, you finish tasks faster, and you produce higher quality work. Number 5, feed your mind. Knowledge compounds like money. 10 pages a day might feel small, but over a year, it becomes thousands of pages. That's enough to shift how you think, speak, and solve problems. Reading introduces you to wisdom you didn't have to live through. You learn ideas that can save you years of trial and error. Reading also improves vocabulary and creativity. Most importantly, reading renews your mind daily. It keeps you growing instead of repeating the same thoughts for decades. If you're still watching, you're clearly serious about improving your life. So tap the like button. It helps this message reach someone who might really need it. Number 6, know where your money goes. Financial stress destroys peace, but financial clarity restores it. When you track your spending daily, even for 20 or 30 seconds, you suddenly feel more in control. You see patterns you never noticed. You catch mistakes early, and you prevent emotional spending before it happens. This habit builds financial discipline naturally because awareness leads to better choices. When you know where your money goes, you save without forcing it. You avoid unnecessary purchases. You build healthier financial habits. Number 7. Touch grass. You'd be surprised how much your brain depends on nature to stay balanced. Humans evolved outdoors, not under artificial lights, screens, and AC vents. Sunlight resets your internal clock. Fresh air reduces mental fatigue. Even a soft breeze or the sound of birds lowers stress hormones instantly. But today, most people live like indoor plants with Wi-Fi and mobile devices. You see, technology is amazing. It connects us, teaches us, and makes life easier, but it also disconnects us from the physical world our brain was designed for. Your mind needs real sensory input. Stepping outside, even for 5 minutes, reconnects your nervous system with reality. It recalibrates you. Your brain literally sighs in relief. Nature is one of the most underrated antidepressants. It doesn't force your mood to change. It gently pulls you back into balance. Number 8. Fix your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is the master clock of your body. It controls your sleep, your wake times, and the rise and fall of your daily energy. But here's the problem. Most people live completely out of sync with that clock. They sleep late, wake up tired, stare at screens at 2 a.m., skip morning sunlight, and then wonder why their mood, energy, and motivation feel broken. When this rhythm is off, everything feels off. You wake up exhausted, drag through the day, and stay wide awake at night. Nothing feels stable because your body doesn't know when it's supposed to be on or off. That's why fixing it changes everything. And it all begins in the morning. The moment sunlight hits your eyes, your brain resets the clock, your mood lifts, your alertness rises, and your body starts the countdown toward your natural sleep time. Then at night, you send the opposite signal. Dim the lights, reduce screens, and keep your room cool. This tells your brain, okay, it's time to shut down. Your rhythm loves consistency. Same wake time, same sleep time. Once your circadian rhythm is aligned, your whole life starts to feel easier to manage. Number 9, track your progress. Picture this. 2 people go to the gym for 30 days. One feels like nothing is changing. The other uses a camera and takes 1 photo per week. After 30 days, the second person sees small differences. Posture, face, confidence, strength. Suddenly, the effort feels worth it. Why? Not because they changed more, but because they could see it. That's the magic of tracking. You turn your life into an experiment. Your phone becomes your lab. Every small data point, your sleep, steps, mood, spending, water intake, becomes a clue. Tracking creates a loop, awareness, adjustment, improvement. You stop guessing, you stop relying on motivation, and you start relying on facts. When you track your life, even tiny progress feels like a win, and wins are what keep you going. Number 10, set winnable targets. Think about how many times you've said, "This week, I'll change my whole life." And then by Wednesday, everything falls apart. Not because you're weak, but because your goals were built like skyscrapers instead of steps. Your brain loves progress, but it loves winnable progress even more. So imagine waking up tomorrow and saying, "Today I'll read for 5 minutes," or "Today I'll take 1 short walk." These are goals your brain can actually win. And when it wins, dopamine hits. Dopamine builds self-trust. Self-trust builds consistency. Before you know it, you're stacking small victories, and small victories quietly build a big life. Number 11, nightly reflection. The final habit is simple but deeply transformative. Before bed, take just 5 minutes to self-reflect. Ask yourself, what went well today? Where did you slip? What tiny adjustment can improve tomorrow? Reflection turns your daily experiences into lessons. It stops you from living the same day over and over again. It builds self-awareness, and self-awareness is the root of personal growth. Nightly reflection clears your mind and prepares your body for deeper sleep. You end the day with intention instead of guilt or confusion, and slowly, your days begin to feel more meaningful and more structured. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. Then check out this next video on your screen. Tap it, and I'll meet you there.